beautiful day we can be out here at this awesome facility ready for some racing. I thank you for the city of Long Beach letting us be here. Father, I think of every military person, firefighter, police officer that keep us safe so that we can do our fun thing of racing, and I just pray you'll watch over them. I pray that you will be with us today, keep every racer safe and every person at this facility safe, and just help us have an enjoying day of racing. And I ask that in Jesus' name, amen.
So we open today with the GPS 100 class. They're on the water, number 38, Corey Ferguson.
Number 346, the Nutmegger, Jeff Wooten. The 155 of Jasper McDonald. And the 55 of Dale Baker. The GPS 100 this weekend brought to you by LV Construction Inc. Well, they're going to get the prettiest water of the day right here. Four boats for your Group A GPS 100 heat race.
Jeff Wooten back out yesterday. He scratched in the last final, which was shocking. That boat was running fantastic all day yesterday, but something happened. Put him on the trailer. He's back out. That's what happens. I tell everybody, don't miss Sunday because most of these boats will be back out. Dale Baker looking for a good day. Well, Jasper McDonald draws the ire of the officials. I don't know what he did wrong, but something. Oh, he didn't go around the scoring buoy at that end. That's a no-no, so he'll get reprimanded for that. Corey Ferguson, the pride of the GPS 100 yesterday. I think he went undefeated. Dale Baker appears to be on the outside with Corey Ferguson in position P1. The flag is up in the air. They will go green on this particular lap if Brian likes the start. Green flag. The 38 boat of Corey Ferguson is capable of probably running 120 miles an hour, but this is a 100 mile an hour class. They cannot go over 100.99, so there's Corey Ferguson, Dale Baker, and Jeff Wooten. The 155 at Jasper McDonald is running a small block Chevy. It's their Sportsman Extreme motor, but he's running it in the GPS 100. So the boat's at a disadvantage. Jeff Wooten and Dale Baker in a great race side by side. We'll see how they come out of the corner. Dale Baker really good in that Biesmeyer around now. Well, actually, I think it's a Canary, but there they are, deck to deck. For second place, Corey Ferguson out in front. Most of these boats are very capable of running over 100 miles an hour, except for Jasper McDonald, the boat at the back. Deck to deck still, Wooten and Dale Baker with Corey Ferguson out front. They get the white flag on this lap. One more round. Well, Jeff Wooten said goodbye to Dale Baker. Pulls him by about 10 boat lengths. Jeff Wooten trying to catch Corey Ferguson, not going to happen. Nice tight race. Corey Ferguson, Jeff Wooten, and Dale Baker. Jasper McDonald in fourth.
Just an update for everybody watching the live feed. You will hear the announcers during the racing only. The announcing will be shut off after each race so we can charge the phone and keep everything charged. But I will guarantee you, during every race, you will hear Mike. He'll be on that microphone for the race. He'll be calling it. Make sure you guys share. Get this out there, guys. This is the feed right here you're going to want to watch.
Weekend. Ron Meniger Real Estate. Number 757, Don Dunster. Number 54, Pete Violander. And the 501, we saw it spit the driver out yesterday, Jeff McLaughlin. He ended up with somewhat of a wounded wing, so to speak, probably a sprain or something like that as he came out of the boat. So there's a couple of heroes walking around the pit area without a ride. This says a lot about Ty Newton because they went and got Tyler Roth. I don't want to start any controversy or anything, but one wonders, you know. That's a joke, Ty. He's a big dude. Ty Newton's a big dude. No, I don't want to be in a neck brace like you. Yeah, I don't want that was good. I'll give you that one. Well, there they are with Don Dunster on the pole and Tyler Roth on the outside. Pete Violander is the meat in the sandwich.
Microphone's on, right? The power's on? Yep, good.
Qualified for yesterday's final. Looking to do the same today.
Well, they're grouped up tight. Pretty easy to do with three boats, but they're coming around. They will get a green flag if the start is even. Flagman Brian up on the perch. Green flag, they're off. Very good start. Tyler Roth, first one to the buoy. He's on the outside, though. Look at that. Nice three-boat race. Don Dunster looks strong. Tyler Roth, new to that boat, the boat Pegasus, owned by Ray Pauly. So he's fresh in it, doesn't have a lot of laps. Every boat's a little different. Dunster, that's like putting on an old shoe for him. Don Dunster in a Hondo Sprint, an unlikely circle boat at this day and age, with all the Biesmeyers and the copies of the Biesmeyers, seeming to be the boat you want to have. But look at these two go at it. Great race. Pete Vilander in third, coming across the start-finish line. It's side by side. The 54 boat of Vilander sounds like he's duck hunting. He's got a little high-end pop in the engine. Well, Tyler Ross says, I might have to go now. Dunster with the advantage of being on the inside. That helps a lot. He's running a smaller circle than Tyler Roth. We'll see how it goes. Dunster not as good in the corners with that boat that Tyler Roth can be. White flag. Dunster, Tyler Roth. Here they come for the checkered flag, side by side. Tyler Roth picks up the win over Don Dunster. Tyler Roth now living in Phoenix, Arizona, or Mesa, in that area. Don Dunster hails from Brentwood, California, right there on the Delta. Great race. We get to witness history here at Long Beach. The Grand National Division has always been a mainstay here at Long Beach, and I can't wait. I remember the days, Ron, with Paul Grishar and all that. Oh, my gosh, driving a 305 boat was just amazing. Okay, we'll put Ron onto this.
All right, Mike, we just got word that the 501 and the GPS 100 broke out, so the victory will go to heat race to Don Dunster. 501, piloted by Tyler Roth, was at 101 and change.
See, that's what happens when it's your first time in the boat. I'm going to give him a break because he's not used to that boat, and it's tough when you know the boat's capable of running 110 to hold it at 100 miles an hour when you're racing deck to deck with a guy. It happened yesterday in another division, the little classic endurance deal with the little Howlett running around out there. He broke out too. So our first breakout of the day on a GPS governed class.
The Mod VP Ski this weekend, the class is brought to you by Brink Property Management. On the course right now, the 915 boat named Hornet of Brian Yoder. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. The 512 of Wide Open Throttle Marine, piloted by Kyle Lancome. The 777, piloted by Todd Kelm.
They were due for the start, but they didn't get it. Unblown flats. Last call, unblown flats to unblown flats. Last call, unblown flats. Get to the rim.
The Mod VP ski class contributing to the sounds of nearly silence. It's quite nice on the ears, actually.
Ron, they're the ski race boats that have ski teams, and they love it's been a tradition for 45 years where the towboats can actually run a race. And so Ross added them to the event this year, and there's skiers that are in this crowd. This Long Beach area is full of skiers because of Catalina. And so they put together a class, and they're going to let these guys run. But normally they've got a skier behind them.
Down the front chute there and showing us most of the bottom of his boat, which is happens. Looks like we've got one of the boats. I believe the 777. Todd Kelm is off the pace.
Did he spin out?
Well, the 777 did spin out in turn one, coming out of turn one.
A lot of these boats were born in the country of Australia, to be honest with you. They developed probably the ultimate ski race boats, but Nordic is at the forefront. They have built their own boats to answer the call of the Aussie boats. And these are them. Now, I got to tell you, these boats pulling skiers don't make these tight corners like this. So we saw a couple of spin outs yesterday, I think 2 or 3 with these boats because of the round keel. And on a V-bottom boat, they get up on that keel, and they don't have a lot of underwater gear hanging. It's just the outboard motor, and they can get real slippery underneath when they go in the corner and try and hold any speed. They're just not used to it. They're not built for it.
The 915 of Brian Uter is getting a little distance between him and the second place boat. Todd Kelm trying to recover, but it'll be futile. He's a good solid half lap behind now.
We talked about it yesterday with the normally these boats hold an observer, and the boats are built to be balanced that way, left to right. So these things are kind of a handful. A couple of the drivers have requested to haul their passenger or their observer with them, and it wasn't allowed, probably for insurance purposes. I don't know. But anyway, when you see them kind of dance side to side a little bit, that's what it is. The boat's just not quite balanced. I hope I'm not blowing smoke at you, but from what I heard yesterday, I'm not blowing smoke at you. Because you put a 190-pounder or a 210-pounder in that boat, and it makes a total difference in the way it rides.
Tension in the pits.
These two boats are close to each other, and the checkered flag is coming, Ron. Which one is leading?
That would be the 915. Brian Edor brings it home ahead of Kyle Lancome for your Mod VP Ski heat race. Mod VP Ski brought to you by Brink Property Management. Well, I guess that's what a spin.
Okay, the lineup is 501. That's Tyler Roth. 717, Timmy Hoffman. Number 38, Corey Ferguson. And 640, Guzzy Hamill. We'll talk a little bit about Guzzy. In the capsuled 640 boat, he's struggling turning that boat. This is his first weekend, and it's got hydraulic steering in it. And right now, when you look at the steering wheel in a capsule boat, it's very small because everything in there has to be small. And it's taken him 4 turns lock to lock to go around the corner. So it's a little bit scary. If you'll notice, the boat will run with every boat out there down the straightaway. But that's why he's on the outside. He doesn't want to be a hazard. And you'll see him run down to the first turn. He'll be right with the group, and then he's got a handful. So they'll be changing the steering in that boat. Boat belongs to John Grijalva, sponsored by Boot Barn. And John and the crew will get that thing all straightened out for Guzzy, and he'll be hammered down at the next race. Guzzy hails from Kalispell, Montana. Kind of a hillbilly, if you know what I mean. Karen will get a kick out of that. He's not a hillbilly, but he does wear a cowboy hat. One makes you wonder. They're coming around. Ryan's got the flag up. And they start themselves. Here we go. Well, it holds true. Guzzy super fast on the outside. Now's when the trouble begins. Corey Ferguson has not been denied this weekend. So it's Tyler Roth in the black boat. Corey Ferguson. Jimmy Hoffman and Corey going at it side by side. Corey Ferguson on the outside, Timmy Hoffman on the inside. Tyler Roth in third. Guzzy still on the outside. These two guys ran deck to deck all day yesterday, but Corey is tough, very tough. But if anybody can do it, it'd be Timmy Hoffman. They sail off into turn 3. Side by side. Corey gets in a little hotter, carries more speed around the outside. And I think it'll show up as they come by here. Well, no Corey Ferguson. Jimmy Hoffman way out in front of Tyler Roth. Corey Ferguson, we lost him down in turn 4. So something happened. Nothing major, just sitting in the water probably, but have no idea what happened. White flag. Jimmy Hoffman out of Mesa, Arizona. The boat owned by Leonard Fredericks. Tyler Roth in a strong second over Guzzy Hamill. White flag. Corey Ferguson's streak is coming to an end. He's won everything this weekend, but unfortunate luck. And Timmy Hoffman picks up the win. Tyler Roth in second in Pegasus. And Guzzy Hamill will take third place in the John Grijalva boat. Cracker Box is up next.
Cracker Box class this year at the Sprint National, sponsored by Ron Miniger Real Estate. We got a great field of crackers, as we always do when we're in the LA area. This is where a lot of them live, and they come out strong for this event. I think we've got a full field back. We did have a cracker, the 7, yesterday, that Dave Laws, that didn't make the final. But he's out here today. We have 28 of Richard Rucky. The 24 of Jeff Worthen. The 66 piloted by Glenn Madden. The Mr. Magoo boat will rule world's fastest cracker box. Set a Salton Sea record in 2008 of 107 miles an hour in the kilo. Five boats, 4 laps, Mike. It ought to be exciting.
Well, it's going to be good. These guys have been working on these boats all weekend, and today's a big day. That P7 boat last night scratched in the main, but boy, his heat race, he was fast. So we'll see what he's got in the final today. We'll see how he does here, but then he's got to go up against Andrew Games, Glenn Madden, and some of the faster boats here. Cracker boxes are 314 cubic inches and run over 100 miles an hour. So, you know, you think about it, it's like 2 horsepower per cubic inch under the hood of these things. And they're a wild ride. The only boat that carries a passenger. Class was started in the 40s, and we lost one of the pioneers, Bob Paterson, this year, who was 95 years old. So this weekend, it's the Bob Paterson Memorial, and these guys, it means a lot to them. That Mr. Magoo boat is a 1967 wood boat. 1966, I got corrected. Guy wants to argue with me next door here for over a year. I'm going to knock his head in. But anyway, this next lap is going to be green. These boats hop all over the place. I'm talking to the guys on the internet that maybe don't know a lot about cracker boxes. They're not any good until they're wide open. You can see them as the camera pans them. They're just flop, 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 flop in the water. They don't have cavitation plates per se. So they're squirrely until you get them revved up and going. The other cool thing about these is they run about 9,000 RPM. Some of them a little over 9 grand. And you'll hear it through the exhaust. They're tuned so only the dogs can hear them. Dogs and us poor humans. Brian looks them over. Green flag. We're live. The guys on the outside in the Cracker Jack boat, they just bought that boat. It's been around for years, but they've got their rookie stripes on this weekend, so they're high-end on the outside just to be safe. Dave Laws in P7 is whooping them up right now. Glenn Madden in second. Dave Laws, Glenn Madden. The other one, the third place boat, the silver one. Richard Rucky running in third. Dave Laws is on fire out in front. Glenn Madden, he's got the rough water in second place. Richard Rucky in third. They look all comfortable in there, but let me tell you, they're not comfortable. It's a ride from hell. I've been offered a ride in them, won't do it. No thanks. White flag. Dave Laws in the P7 boat. Glenn Madden in 66P. Dave Law is going to put a lap on the back markers in this race. He's coming around. We've got a half a lap to go, and he's on the 5th place boat. Checkered flag. Dave Laws. Here comes Glenn Madden in second. How would you like to strap one of those on, huh? Yeah. There's guys that actually want to ride in them. You got to worry about that. Third place, that's how far there was in between the leader and third place. Richard Rucky. So number 55, John Brown. 550, Andrew Games in the boat Turn It Loose. Number 37, Gary Sornborger. And number 5, boy. Hang with me, we had a breath of wind. Tom Lombardo, I'm sorry. No, Tony Lombardo, what a mess. That's boat number 5. He's the one that beat Andrew Games in last night's heat race, the final. So Andrew Games is really wanting to gain some points on him. So he'll be driving the prop off that boat in this race. They're coming around to get a green flag. They've taken a couple of parade laps. They like to wave at the crowd. That's kind of a tradition for cracker boxes. So 4 boats for 4 laps.
How you guys doing? Don?
Well, you hear them popping and farting and doing everything wrong. It's because they're going slow. They don't like it slow. They like it fast. Brian's got the flag up in the air, and we're about to get after it. There it is, the green flag from a long ways away. No Andrew Games in this race, and Tony Lombardo set sail as he did last night. Tony Lombardo is gone Johnson.
There he is down there, right behind the buoy on the shore.
Well, Andrew Games didn't make it through turn 1. Actually, turn 3. High hopes for Games Boys Racing this weekend. Some mechanical gremlin got him. 37 is Gary Sornborger. He's from North Hills, California. Well, the P5 boat is hauling the mail just like he did last night on the last heat race. Actually, the final. I keep saying heat, but it was the final. And he surprised everybody. Wasn't a guy that I had picked, but I haven't been around, you know. Maybe this guy's worked on his stuff. Almost a half a lap lead. He gets the white flag. They're spread out from one end to the other. We'll get word from the games boys on what happened to the boat. Can't wait. Tony. There he is. So his second win in a row, Tony Lombardo, great run. He put a lap on almost the whole field. So we got to wait a while for this last guy to finish up. John Brown still on the course. One more boat to go. Well, this will be their final slow lap. They'll come around for a green flag. Carly Hearn, I don't think she's been on the pole yet, Ron. If I remember correctly, I think this may be her first race to throw the rookie stripes off and be able to start her position. So good for her. She's actually in control of the start, but she wants to make sure that the boats are all lined up. So the butterflies are huge. You can be guaranteed that. She's in that beautiful blue number 55. Lane Frederick, he's running good. He's got great coaches over there, starting with Brian Bergeron, his dad Leonard, Timmy Hoffman, Casey Hoffman.
Jamie Tavares had a strong boat yesterday as well, Mike, in this class.
Yeah, and he's got a beautiful boat. Man, oh man, that 21 is a nice looking boat. Here it is, green flag. Mike Brzezinski, the cream rises to the top. Jamie Travaris outside of Mike Brzezinski with Lane Fredericks. Here they come. Now we'll get to see how Lane's doing. He's on the outside, high and wide. Carly hanging in there with him. She's got to negotiate those buoys. Normally, without running there, the buoys are negotiated by the other boats. But now she gets to run right on them. She gets a little wet. And she gets by, it looks like, Lane Frederick, which is really good. Remember, this is an 85-mile-an-hour class. You cannot go over 85.999. We've had a couple of jump outs on speed. Great race. Mike Brzezinski, always a gentleman racer, loves this class, a veteran. And he's showing today why he's a national champion. Carly's right on the pins. If she can hold her speed up, the inside turn is a big advantage. And look at that, white flag. She gets underneath Jamie Tavares and runs to second place. Huge, huge gain for Carly Hearn. Right off the bat, she was relegated to fourth place, and she's climbed by two boats at this point, and it looks good for her. All of her Boise fans, every lap gets better for Carly Hearn. Now she's right up on Brzezinski, but he's going to be tough. The veteran knows what to do. She turns her boat, gets it turned. She stays ahead of Tavares, and it's going to be Mike Brzezinski, Carly Hearn, and Jamie Tavares, and Lane Frederick. Great race.
Should be Mod VP Class. I had to switch Classic Endurance to Mod VP Classic, so I made a mistake. It's Mod VP Classic goes to ramp 2, and Classic Endurance will go to ramp 1 after Mod VP Classic. So I made a mistake on that one.
So, GPS, what'd you tell me?
Mod VP Classic is going to go to ramp number 2. Classic Endurance will go to ramp number 1.
Classic Endurance to 1?
Yes. Yeah. Tell my mistake. I'm ready.
I think she made the final with a second place finish in her heat race.
All right, attention in the pits. We have a little correction on a call for staging of the races or the racers on the ramps. The Mod VP Classic is next. They're going to go to ramp 2. Mod VP Classic, ramp 2. The Classic Endurance, called earlier, Classic Endurance is going to be going to ramp
1. So we got a couple of real good ones here. Casey Hoffman building his career in the SE class. There'll be a big future for him as his life coach is Paul Fitzgerald. He probably doesn't want that all the time, but he's got it, by proxy. Anyway, here we go, green flag. Dave Shaw on the outside. He looks strong going down the front straightaway. We'll see how he comes out of the corner. That was a great start for him. Yesterday, towards the end of the day, that thing started coming alive. Looks like Casey Hoffman and Dave Shaw. Three of them going around the corner at the same time. Casey Hoffman a little ahead of Dave Shaw and Jasper McDonald in third. Dave Shaw out of Temecula, California. Casey Hoffman out of Mesa, Arizona. Oh, Joe Catanzarite. I'm sorry. It's not Jasper McDonald. We struggle with that. Sean Davidson in fourth in the 625 boat. One more lap to go. Joe Catanzarite holding on to third. Here comes Casey Hoffman down the back straightaway. He's got Dave Shaw right on him, but I think he's got enough lead to win the event. Dave Shaw with a good showing. Casey Hoffman's boat owned by Timmy Hoffman, his dad. And here he comes for the checkered flag. 85-mile-an-hour limit. Dave Shaw in second. Joe Catanzarite in third. And Sean Davidson fourth. That's your SE qualifying heat. There'll be another heat again to gather points towards your starting position in the final. Keith Bandy in the 343. All of these boats run in the Enduro in Parker at the end of October. It's Halloween weekend. You might want to come watch it. About 50 boats for 366 miles.
Chris Beweck said hello to you guys. Chris Beweck. Beweck. B-E-W-E-I-C-K. Beweck. Said hi to you guys. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Welcome to the telecast. This is, what was the name of that TV show, Ron? The sports TV show, ABC's Wide World of Sports. Defeat. The thrill of victory. Remember that guy going down the ski jump? And he...
It looked painful.
Oh, okay, Chris Economaki. Jim McKay was the...
Singing, now we're talking.
You people on the internet that thinks Ron and I can sing and my brother Pat, you're crazy. Here we go. Fly 'em high, Saurus. The red, white, and blue boat, third in line, John Saurus. He likes life on the edge.
Pat McLeish right there in second, so Keith Bandy gets the early jump. We'll see if Suarez can do what he did yesterday and come from the back. Oh, a little spin out. Pat McLeish did a little bit of a minor spin out. Actually, it was Soros. Beg your pardon. The 386 of John Soros had a little mini turnaround. John Soros, little bobble advantage Keith Bandy. He's got a comfortable lead here. We'll see if these guys can close the distance. The race right now is for second. Greg Ronkanen rounded out the field of four. You're up after them. Get them ready.
Hey, Ron, do you have any?
I'll see. I'm not sure I do.
There's your white flag for Keith Bandy in the 343. Still got a race going on between Pat McLeish and John Soros for second. Oh, and a little bit of a turn again. Pat McLeish bobbles to the benefit of John Soros, who's now got second place well in hand. Oh, your Mod VP Classic heat race winner is Keith Bandy. Brings it home comfortably, followed by John Soros and Pat McLeish.
Open mic, guys, open mic. Obnoxious. Yeah, Don Paterson. Yeah, he's totally obnoxious. Yeah. He's not allowed that channel for today. He was just trolling. We're gonna have no trolls. We don't like trolls. We got trolls going. We might have to charge that camera though. Good. I have to tell you, you might have to plug it in. Maybe I here too.
The 369, Heath Hebert giving up the seat to Mitchell Mosby for the Classic Endurance, just giving him a little time in the boat. So we've got Jason Davison in the 5, Dave DeCry from the 86. Stephen Davis in the 625. 4 boats. Only 1 heat for this class. Give them a wave. This is their time around parade lap. Next time by, hopefully, flag.
This is a class that is kind of designed just to get some laps under your belt. Most of these boats may be driven by somebody else, but it's a way to start into circle racing. If you're not comfortable with the race in the class the boat was built for, you can come out and make some competitive laps. I think the speed limit is 80 or 85 miles an hour. I believe it's 80. Yesterday, Dave DeCrife broke out, handed the win to somebody else. He got in a good race, Ron, yesterday with the number 5 jet boat. Jason Racing Davison behind the wheel of that boat. It's a nice fast boat. Probably runs right around 80. I believe that gray and white Hallett runs a little bit faster than that. And of course we know Heath Hebert's boat, the 369, will run 110. Well, Mitchell Mosby on the gas. Dave DeCrife with the lead, but Mosley's right there. Mitchell Mosby. Track is green. That's a Grand National Championship boat that's running on the outside here. We'll see if anybody breaks out on the GPS. Steve Davis in the 625 boat in 4th place. Mosby wants to stay right with the 86 boat because hopefully neither one of them break out.
Speed limit is 85 miles per hour.
85 miles an hour is the speed limit. Mosby, he wants so bad to pull ahead of him, but he's worried about breaking out. They go into the corner together. They're going to get the white flag. One more lap for Mosby and DeCrife. I can see Heath Hebert telling him, I have no idea where to tell you to run the boat 85 miles an hour. I don't know what the tackles say, but we'll see. They're just out gaining laps, having some fun, driving somebody else's boat. Wow. DeCrife with a problem. His boat doesn't look good. He's barely running. Okay, now he gets on it again. Maybe he looked down at his GPS. He said, oh, I'm done. Here comes Mitchell Mosby. He takes the checkered flag in the 369 boat of Heath Hebert. And here comes Dave DeCrife. And Jason Davison. Jason Davison in third. And Steve Davis in fourth. In the 625 boat Tantrum.
Here today. I want to thank everybody for joining us for the Long Beach Sprint Nationals 2021. I am Surf Rat reporting on behalf of all the staff at SCSC Racing. We thank you for watching, and we will see you next year